Greetings and the warmest of regards to all of my dear and beloved ones, to every single person who is diligently working on the sacred path of light and spiritual awareness for their own lives, and who are gathered here with us today so that we can truly help each other and hold each other's hands. During this profound time when our Earth is 9 months pregnant and experiencing the intense labor pains of a new birth, we too must find the strength to pass through our own personal challenges, cross this narrow bridge from the old world, and finally step into the magnificent new world. On this shared journey, no one is superior or better than another. Rather, we all hold each other's hands firmly to support one another as much as we possibly can, across this difficult, shaky, and uncertain bridge toward our future. A bridge that is collapsing, filled with fear and worry, but we want to cross it calmly, holding each other's hands, and help one another as much as we can so that we can enter the golden world. Before anything else, I am grateful to my higher self, which is with me, within me, and guides me. I hope that whatever comes out of my mouth will bring hope to your homes, touch your hearts, and shine light on all your hopes and your future. This video is about what stage we are at, what level of karma we are in, and how close we are to our Dharma. As you know, karma is the lessons we haven't learned. Lessons that keep repeating for us are our karma. Suffering and failure are not because my karma or destiny is bad, but because we haven't learned our lessons. As soon as we learn the lesson, karma leaves our life. But if we want to repeat things, karma will also repeat. If I don't learn first grade in elementary school, I won't move on to second grade. That's karma. And when I pass all the exams, I move on to the next grade. Dharma is what we came here for. All of us are going through this journey of life in this earthly body so that we can reach our Dharma. And in many lifetimes, we might not reach our Dharma, meaning we don't learn our lessons and remain stuck in our karma, become trapped, and leave this world. But the purpose of our soul coming into this body on planet Earth is to find our Dharma, to discover why we came here, what we want to complete, and to return with it as a gift in our own chest to the other world. In that world, they won't ask us how much land we owned. How much money did you have in the bank? How many lies did you tell? How successful were you in your business? Were you successful? How many academic degrees did you have? How many good marriages did you have? How many latest model cars did you own? None of these matter to them. What matters is how much wisdom I gained from this earth, from this journey, and am taking with me to that world. This is spiritual elevation. This is an incredibly extensive and complex subject. I could easily produce at least 10 additional full-length videos with you, and even then, we would still not be able to finish it. Because as the years go by, new issues come up, and I remember other things to share with you. But today, we'll start from the very beginning, that is from first grade, from kindergarten, to see where we actually are, in which part, at what level we stand karmically. Are we finishing our work? And now, at this time when the earth itself is vibrating, is undergoing another birth, by March 2027, the earth will be completely reborn, meaning it will go through a kind of labor, and this labor will come with pain. But we, the children of planet Earth, must also experience a new birth for ourselves during this labor. And that old world is over. That old world no longer exists. And today, at the beginning of this video, we'll do a few simple tests on ourselves. I usually do this with the group during counseling sessions or in classes, or one-on-one with a person so I can sense their energy and understand what their life problem is, to see what spiritual stage they are at. The questions that need to be asked or the energy we receive from the person help us determine where they are at. It's like how it's very easy for you to look at a 12-year-old child and guess, well, this one could be in 4th or 5th grade. Or you see a 16-year-old teenager and say, okay, they're probably in high school. For example, a 21-year-old goes to college. It's the same with energies. They also have levels or classes. When you understand energy, when you can see the other person's level, it's very easy for you to solve that person's problem at the same level. And now, as we continue, the next videos will go much deeper. But in this very basic video, we're asking questions that are very simple and that we've never asked ourselves or paid attention to before. We start by asking ourselves, just so it becomes clear to me where I am, and if you have any questions, if you have any problems, if there's any kind of help we can give each other here, write it in the comments. We're all here together so that we can all make this ascent together. The ascent is the elevation of our spirit. And if we are here together, it's because before birth we made a commitment to be together. So it's not for nothing that you're hearing my voice on this path. As I have mentioned previously, for some people, their karma has completely reached a point of zero. It is finished. It has been this way since the year 2012, through 2020, and especially during this current month. In this month of June, there will be a specific kind of burning away of karma for those individuals whose karma will finally reach zero. And then they will begin to enter another phase, which is the phase of Dharma. But it's possible that they themselves don't even know it. They might not even realize that these events happening are actually the music that is bringing their karma to zero. And if in this situation we continue the same actions as before, because of habit, because of the mind that constantly seeks security for us and tells us not to do these unfamiliar things. Don't go down this path. Let's silence these thoughts. We ourselves realize that our karma has been cleared, we've learned our lesson, and there's no longer any need to stay in that repetitive cycle, the music of the problems we used to have. Now, it could be about lack of money, emotional issues, economic problems, or even national issues. We come out of it, while some people are still in the process of burning off their karma. Right now, it's like they're going through their final karmas. It's as if you're in your last year of high school or your last year of university. There's just one more year left for you to, what do they say? To graduate, to finish, and you need to clear up a few things. Feel these things within yourself as a celebration, along with the events that are happening. The best thing I recommend is to shift your attention from the outside to within yourself. Try to focus on yourself during these 9 months. Turn off the noise from the outside so you can hear the voice of your heart, hear the voice of your higher self, and we need to grow from within and ask ourselves questions so we know exactly where we stand. During this period, many people get lost, many become confused. Many people don't even understand why the world is changing. Why are the vibrations changing? Why are family and friendship bonds being affected? Why is everything being disrupted? Why are global issues changing? Why are all the jobs turning into something else or even disappearing altogether? Why are financial matters becoming so complicated? Why is it all getting so complex? All of this is because we are about to say goodbye to our old world and enter a new one. We will enter a beautiful golden world, and we hope that each and every one of us can cross this shaky bridge with ease. These are the years when we must detach from ourselves. The question is, have we managed to pass through the cycle of the destruction of our old world? What is the secret to survival, to crossing the old bridge and stepping into the new world? At what stage of your spiritual journey are you? How much do you see the signs of crossing the bridge within yourself? These are the questions we need to ask ourselves, and those who are asleep need to start waking up. Those who are completely lost in illusions, who are still asleep. They are waiting for someone to come and bring back the past, for everything to return to the way it was before. These are dreams, and they need to wake up. And if we do wake up, how can we guide ourselves on the path of progress? There are people who are still asleep and don't want to wake up. You could even pour cold water on them and keep telling them to wake up, but they would still say they don't want to. I don't want to change. I don't want to accept it. At this stage, they will be removed from the cycle of life, and it's not their time. It's not the time for their spiritual growth, and they must be born again in another body. There are others whose mission is over and they have to leave. During this 7-year period, their work is done and they must go, or there are those whose souls cannot be drawn further. It's like trying to send a 4-year-old child to university. You can't. They're not ready for it. Their mind can't handle it. The soul is the same way. It has its own level and can't handle or understand it. But those who are hearing my voice right now are definitely on this path, on the path of their own awareness. Otherwise, they wouldn't be here. Otherwise, they wouldn't be hearing my voice. For those people who have known me personally for a long time, since the year 2000 or since 2012, and have started their spiritual growth and awakening, now feel an incredible ascension within themselves, or maybe not even themselves, just the fact that they know me. Since the year 2000, I've been saying these things. What things you should hold on to, what things you should develop within yourselves, and which paths you should take. But for those who have reached awareness elsewhere or within themselves, and whose karma has become zero in these past 9 months, it's finished, and who are now working on their own Dharma, I sincerely congratulate them. Because it hasn't been easy. They've chosen a path that isn't smooth, but now is the time to ascend to another level, to Buddhahood. And throughout these 7 years, they will experience a period of boundless and infinite growth. Miracles will happen within them that are truly staggering and almost impossible to believe. They will witness extraordinary things that are far beyond the limited sensory perception of any ordinary human being. And as I have always firmly said, the magnificent golden capital of the entire world, the true capital of our future, is exactly that, the world that we will start building 3 years from now. It's not money, it's not land and property, it's not status, it's energy. How high is the vibration of my energy? All of these are measures of how much higher I am than others, how much greater my awareness is, how much more my light shines upon the universe, how much more my love extends to all the people of the world. And this is the standard of wealth in the golden world. It is my sincere hope that every single one of you will become the most prosperous and abundant individuals in this magnificent and golden world of ours. And you know very well that true awareness and spiritual awakening have absolutely nothing to do with formal education. They have entirely nothing to do with mere information. And they have nothing at all to do with how far I have advanced in various economic fields, or what specific leadership roles I might hold in the world of politics. Which parties are under my supervision, it doesn't matter at all. Most political and economic leaders won't be around in the next 9 months. As long as our mission on Earth continues, they will leave along with it. No one has ever been rewarded for how many books they've read. In my opinion, 90% of books should be burned, because they were written through the matrix world, so no one gets rewarded for that. How many books have you read? How much money have you made? How much have people been deceived? How much have they been fooled? Our new world rewards those who have reached the truth, who have attained light, awareness, and love. So we are traveling there, and here we help each other with this. And how much awareness someone has? Awareness. That is, getting closer to divine attributes, becoming a creator, means that awareness increases, and this has no relation at all It has absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with education, social etiquette, your standing in social status, or money. The concept of awareness is about how much you have truly reached yourself and how much you have deeply and spiritually connected with the God within you. And we, like a drop from the ocean, we ourselves are God. We are a spark, a drop from God, and we possess all the divine attributes. But awareness is what allows these levels to rise. The higher the awareness, the closer I will get to the God within me, to my higher self, to my guide. Here I have written down some very basic questions so that we can start from the beginning and move forward later. Later on, ask yourselves these questions and find the answers for yourselves. But as I said, if you have any issues, you can bring them up in the comments. First, how much inner peace do you have? How organized and orderly is your mind? When you wake up in the morning, are you constantly anxious, thinking, should I do this, should I not do that, judging yourself or thinking, I made a mistake? Do you feel guilty, and are you at that stage? Or do you wake up in the morning feeling completely calm, saying, hello to my new day, and I am ready for everything that comes to me, for every wonderful gift that the vast universe brings me? That comes my way. My arms are open to this peace. This peace has to come from within. It can't be forced. Just because I've learned to sit and meditate or be silent for 5 minutes every single day doesn't mean I'll easily reach that other world. Simply by using force, meditating, buying meditation tools, or listening to music, not only might these not help you, but they could even be harmful. It might even completely set you back. It's like putting a car in reverse gear. You have to genuinely want meditation and silence from the bottom of your heart. It has to call you. It has to invite you. If I just imitate others and force myself because yoga is good, Reiki is good, silence is good, meditation is good, and the modern world is selling these things to us. Because the world is a spiritual world, and some people, starting with charlatans, have turned these things into a business. But meditation comes from within me, from my own being. I feel like I don't want to go to a party. I want to stay home. I want to be alone. I want to go sit under a tree. I want to enjoy my own company. I want to go look at the sea and dance with the sea. If you ever feel this way, you no longer force your mind or try to calm it down by force. So, at which stage are you? Are you not doing it at all? Are you just imitating and putting pressure on yourself? Anything that is done by forcing the body, like athletes who go and lift 1,000 pounds and put them down, or people who go on diets and restrict their food intake with force and frustration because they want to lose weight, or those who eat a lot because they want to gain weight, or any habit that you try to do by force, it just doesn't work. I want to get this person. I'm in love with them, but they don't love me back, yet I want to get them. If you try to take anything in the universe by force, it's like a rubber band that snaps back and hits you in the face. You need to listen to your body, listen to your soul. Do I really want to eat this? Do I really want to do this? Do I want to not be in a crowd today and just be alone? This is a desire that your soul wants, and it draws you toward it. There's absolutely no need to imitate anyone or announce to others that you meditate too. The day or the pain doesn't matter at all. What matters is that you are now ready to spend time alone with yourself. Be alone, your body needs it. Tell yourself to sleep for 3 hours. Maybe your body needs to rest. Listen to it. Which stage are you at? Which stage are you in? How much trust do you have in the universe? Do you? How much are you worried inside about what will happen? How much do you spend your days with peace, compassion, and happiness? How much do you spend your days with anger, resentment, and being upset with this person or that person? Find the answers to these questions for yourself and sit down and ask, how can I, starting tomorrow, at least reduce these problems from 100% to 95%, then bring that 95% down to 85%, and work on myself, and in a month replace my bad habits with much better things in my life. Where does work income come from? Where does your income come from? Is it from having to lie every day, for example, selling used cars and lying every day? On YouTube, to make money, you copy and paste from others every day, imitate them, and bring their content. In your own videos, where does it come from? Where does it come from? Does it come from fortune telling? Does it come from tarot readings? Does it come from trickery? Where do you make your money from? Sit down and look at this and see whether what I do comes from within me. Does it come from my creative power? Does it come from my talents? And when I go to work, do I enjoy it? Or is it coming from a place of compulsion? Or am I just making someone else rich and getting a meager salary from them? Do I see myself as so insignificant that I work for someone else just to make them rich? Or am I helping contribute to a greater purpose that the company is working toward? We are spreading the light of awareness. Where are you working? Where do you work? This is very important. If the work is based on lies, or for example, the distribution of harmful chemicals, engaging in something that fundamentally harms humanity, not only will it fail to bring you any blessings or good fortune, but it will inevitably also bring you a significant amount of harm and misfortune in the coming year. But if you are working somewhere that is on the path of light and awareness, serving humanity and showing the truth to others, that work will become infinitely fruitful and blessed for you, even if your salary is this much and the salary at that company is that much. So take a look. See how much you love it. How much love do you have at all? Those who are working against humanity in any place, in any field, I'm selling a product that I don't even believe in myself to someone else, or a medicine that is harmful to me. As a doctor, I know this will kill me, but I'm still giving it to patients. None of these things will bring blessings to your life. Money might increase your bank account, but it will not bring happiness and peace to your life. At this point in time, as the world of the Matrix is coming to an end, the world of illusions and lies is ending as well. We are entering the age of Aquarius, the age of honesty and integrity, and anyone who is upright in their work, anyone who works in the path of awareness will succeed. Earlier, I talked about fortune telling, those who chase after fortunes, those who make no move in their lives without consulting a fortune. They just sit idly at home, watching fortune readings, tarot readings, coffee readings, this fortune, that fortune. None of these people will enter the golden world, neither the one who gives the fortune nor the one who listens to it. This is a fact. I've said this thousands of times and I still repeat it because I feel a duty to all of humanity to declare this. Even if you look at astrology as a form of fortune telling, it's impossible for anything to happen for you. It's like all of us have a plane ticket and astrology has one too. It says the plane will take off in such and such year, and if I arrive late at the airport, the plane takes off and leaves. I won't receive that energy that's supposed to come between this date and that date. I won't board that plane. Then you tell yourself, well, this turned out to be a lie too. This turned out to be wrong as well. Your energy wasn't in that vibration. Your presence wasn't there. When the plane was taking off, I wasn't at the airport. So being attached to any kind of activity, to any kind of prediction is pointless. It's not about letting your life become stagnant, that's something else, but using, understanding, and being aware of what's happening in the world. What should I do with this energy that's present? That lifts me up and moves me forward on my path. And the same thing applies to income. What am I experiencing day to day? Am I dependent on someone else? And if that person leaves, will I be left without money? Will I no longer have a hard time, or am I working on my own talents? Am I relying on someone else? And if they leave, will I fall down, or am I standing on my own 2 feet? Even if the contribution I make is relatively small, and even if it might not seem like much to others, I am actively utilizing my own unique talents, and I am harnessing my full creative power. I am dedicated to earning my daily bread through my own specialized knowledge and hard work. I am certainly not sitting around waiting for other people to come and help me. Where is my vibration at? Is my vibration that of a beggar or that of a king? When I use the word king, I am referring to a person who generously gives to others. And by beggar, I mean someone who is always looking to take. So, at which stage of life am I currently standing? Am I desperately begging for love from those around me? Am I constantly begging for more attention? Or am I simply begging for more money? Am I getting my wishes by begging from God and the universe? Or am I so powerful that I am the hero of my own life and I create them myself? This is the spiritual stage. This is the stage where God wants us to reach the point where I discover my own powers within myself. Now you, my dear, who are listening to me, how much of your own power have you discovered? How dependent are you on others? Put these levels together and see where you are at. In which class of this spiritual journey are you? How much of my own talents have I discovered? Who am I? Why did I come here? What am I good at? Do I know these things about myself? Or am I just waking up every day until night falls? And when everything is safe, I feel secure too. I am secure. Because my future days are just like 3 or 4 days ago, and I don't want to leave my safe place. I don't travel because it's expensive, or because it's unfamiliar, or because I don't know what will happen. I've been doing the same thing every day for 20 years, and I keep doing it because I feel safe. These things won't lead you to spiritual growth. You have to fight against what you're afraid of. If I have fear inside me, no matter what it's about, I have to throw myself into it, right into the very thing I'm afraid of, so that I can prove to myself that my fear never really existed. There was no fear, it was just unknown to me, and once I understood it, I learned how to fight it. And that's what makes me a hero. That makes me a conscious and independent person. And where am I in the world right now? Right now? At what stage of my spiritual journey am I? Am I still living my life based on my old beliefs? Or am I in the process of changing them? Anything that stays stagnant for too long will eventually become fossilized and rigid. Do I really want an old, outdated house that is falling apart? One that is completely full of thick dust and stale air inside? Or do I want a brand new, fresh house where there is absolutely no negative energy lingering? Am I still carrying all of my heavy past and my deep-seated pains along with me every single day? Or have I cleansed myself or reached a level where I can forgive everyone and no longer say things like, my mother was bad, that's why I turned out this way, or I couldn't get an education, or my father was a very cruel person, or my country was in a terrible state. We didn't have the money to go to university, we couldn't do this or that. All of these things need to be set aside. Are you still at the stage where you blame others? Do you consider others responsible for your own failures? And the idea is that you say, I've moved on from my past. Whatever happened back then happened. Right now, as an adult, I am the decision maker. And if someone else in the world has broken through this barrier and moved forward, I know that I can break through these barriers and steadily move forward with my life too. Sitting at home, constantly lamenting my situation and blaming others for my own misfortune, making everyone else responsible for my unhappiness and deep misery, will never provide any viable way to truly enter the world of continued success for you. You have to move forward with your own steps. There is no one who will come and take you across this bridge. Others might help, but in the end, I have to take the final steps myself. Where are you right now? Right now? Are you just sitting there arguing and stubbornly trying to prove your point? Are you just trying to prove your party right so others will look for that leader who will come and fix things for you? Where are you right now? Why are you working for someone else? Just to make someone else great? Why are you so attached? Religious attachment to a person? Attachment to a party? To someone's leadership? To a group? To any place? Absolutely none of these various distractions will help to elevate or advance you further on your spiritual path. These are merely superficial constructs of the matrix that only the unaware and unconscious individuals tend to fall into. They fight for each other's bodies so they don't use their own energy and power, keeping themselves busy. Every day, as they make someone else great here, is it that they have set up this program for us? Where are you in this brainwashing they've given us? Are you still thinking academically? Are you still following your job by the book? If you're a psychologist, are you still using the same old method? If you're a coach, are you still copy-pasting from books and giving it to people? If you're a doctor, are you still using those same methods that have been around for 60 years to destroy people? The ones that have been taught in universities, and are you still continuing with them? Or is it that, like a spiritual master, you find all the powers within yourself, you find the truth within yourself? You look at the energy of everything and say, this is the truth, this is a lie, this is ambiguous, this is something they've given to my mind, to my heart. My heart doesn't accept this, and it's always simple. You just need to see whether your heart accepts it or not. Because the mind chooses the easy way, the mind goes with what it knows, with what they taught us in school since childhood. They taught us in society, they taught us on television, but we don't want to listen to that. I want to open up a different world. And how much do you have this door? You push so it will open for you. You are here to open these doors and nothing else. We are spinning in a world that's like a well that never gets filled. That is, today, I wish that if I find a good husband, I will become happy. I find the husband. The next year I lose him because my wish wasn't right at all. If I buy this house, all my problems will be solved. The house might even come to me, but I will lose that house too. If such and such thing happens for me, if I can leave my country and travel, it might happen, but you will not feel happiness from within. Anyone can find happiness in a village, in a rural place. A villager can have that happiness and peace. They can find happiness within themselves so that it becomes unbreakable. And you and I, when we struggle with this matrix world, we keep searching for happiness all our lives. Until the very last breath, we die with wishes and regrets, or we end up just praying, God, look at me too, but nothing will come of it. God doesn't love beggars. God doesn't love pleading. God loves strong servants. Take one step yourself. I'll take the rest of the steps for you. This is what God says. This is what the universe says. Now we just keep sitting and praying, going to churches on Sundays, singing with them, paying money, more. Look at all of this. Where do you stand? Do you go every day? Are you scrolling up and down on different YouTube channels and Instagram just to see what others are doing? Or do you say, today I just want to be alone. Today I want to enjoy being with my dear self. Today, in this society where everyone is gossiping, talking nonsense, and we don't learn anything from each other, except that we end up absorbing even more negative energy because it's all about comparison, jealousy, showing off, and things like that. I want to see where I stand in my own life. Be honest, have you ever truly connected with nature even once? Have you ever looked at the sun? Have you noticed how it always rises and sets right on time? Every single day, for millions of years, it comes without judgment, without expectation, gives its light, and then goes away. Have you ever thought about going tomorrow? Sitting in front of the sun and adopting its qualities? The sun gives warmth, it gives light, it heals the body. It arrives on time, keeps its promise, stands by its word, and respects its word. We know the sunrise and sunset of the sun, exactly when it gently rises and gently sets, giving light to everyone without judgment, except for those who go under the shade so they can't see it. But it gives light without judgment, without thanks, without expecting anything from you. It keeps giving light. Have you ever thought of your teacher as being a bright and warm guiding light, much like the sun? Have you ever thought about that? The teacher is everywhere. The teacher is not on Instagram. The teacher is not in the books. I said 90% of books are written incorrectly. They are bought. The author is bought. They made this person a professor, and Nobel Prizes have been given to those who were servants of the Matrix world. So you shouldn't accept every scientist. This is how they corrupted our minds. This is how, for thousands of years, they have kept humanity away from its own powers. Today, we are here to reclaim these things for ourselves. Have you ever seen how the universe changes seasons? How beautifully and calmly it turns autumn into winter. And how winter remains in its own meditation, not by force, but because it needs 3 months of silence. And then it blossoms. Then it bursts into beautiful bloom. And then it begins to bear its heavy fruit. And then the season finally comes to an end. Its leaves fall to the ground, and it doesn't feel any regret about losing them. Instead, it simply says, "This is our true nature. We didn't come here to live on this earth forever and ever. We came here for a purpose, to have something, a relationship, a situation, and then move on to another point. But we are always upset about losing things. I lost my money, I lost my life, I lost this partner, someone died, someone got sick, someone did this thing." It's all complaints. Does nature ever complain? Nature is beautiful, it's calm, it's at peace with itself. If you just spend one day in the forest and look at these trees, each one has a different piece of bark. Each one's leaves are different from the others. Each one's roots are different, just like how our fingers are different from each other. All the trees are different from one another. The leaf of one tree is different from the leaf of another. Have you ever looked under a microscope? They are different from each other. Their nature is different, but they are happy with what they are. That is, trees don't wake up in the morning to compete with each other saying, "That one got a higher rank, that one grew taller, That one became more fruitful, and I didn't. So I am worthless. Everyone is perfect just as they are, and they are content and aware of it. That this one is a taller tree for a reason, that one is more fruitful and bears fruit, and this one doesn't bear fruit at all, because its job is to provide shade, its job is to change the air, to give oxygen. All of these exist. Have you ever looked at a tree as a teacher? Have you ever gone to sit by the edge of the sea and witnessed its greatness and vastness? Have you noticed how calm it is and how it brings you a deep sense of peace? And all the while it is constantly cleaning itself. And it is home to a vast array of diverse marine life forms. And it never complains. Have you ever taken nature as your teacher? Or are you caught up with Instagram, television, and Turkish series? Do you still feel jealous of someone? Do you still think you lack something and others have taken your happiness? Do you still believe that the reason you don't have friends is because people are jealous of you? Do you still, honestly and truly in the deepest parts of your soul, know that you are filled with envy and intensely possessive of others? Or are you merely pretending to be like a fine, perfectly aged bottle of wine? And this vinegary energy you give off is obvious to everyone, and its reflection comes back to you. About our being like vinegar, or have I become fine wine? And at that point, I don't need to boast about myself. I am a wine that is exceptionally pure and refined because of its great age and its remarkably high quality composition. So, which one of these are we truly meant to be? Are we acting like bitter vinegar, telling lies and then expecting great things to happen, and then complaining to others? Or are we that intoxicating wine that draws fascination, seeking attention, love, begging? We don't do that to others, but instead we have it within ourselves and we give it to others and receive it as well. Who are you? Who am I? Where are we? Where is my spiritual level? Let's sit and reflect on these things right now, in this time of transformation, this great transformation, a world where even the earth itself is doing this to itself. It's asking, what things do I want? What do I want to let go of? Our earth is cleansing itself after 3,000 years, so why shouldn't you and I do the same? Are you still complaining about not having an emotional partner? About not having enough money? About life not being right? About not having enough time and not being able to organize your life? About financial shortages? About dissatisfaction? About your family? About this? About that? About your job? Do you go to work every day in agony? Change your job, rebuild yourself into someone who goes to work with joy. Work is not supposed to be suffering. Work should be a passion, so that from the moment you wake up, you want to go to that job. Have you ever thought about what you're really good at? And then your blessings will follow. Are you still living in the past? Are you still dwelling on regrets? What you didn't have, what you didn't do, what wasn't there, what you lacked, all those no's? And do you not accept that the reason you are here today is because of exactly those things that happened to you? Because they were meant to happen? And are you still worried about the future? And do you have no confidence in your future? Are you still sacrificing the present moment for the past and the future? If I am happy in this moment, I will be happy in the next moment too. It's the moments that shape our lives. If in this moment I am worried, if I am dwelling on regrets from the past, the next moment will be the same. But living in this moment, being happy with where I am right now, gives birth to my next moment. Whatever I am right now, it is giving birth to my next moment. Where are you in the moments? Do we sit during the day? Do we think about these things? Or do we start the day being negative, making negative comments to God, complaining, and thinking that I am less too? All of us humans were born equally. All of us were born after 9 months in our mother's womb. Is there really no one who is superior to another? It depends on how much I accept myself, how much awareness I have reached, how much instead of complaining, fighting, anger, jealousy, and competing with others who are outside of me in this world, I have gotten caught up in those things. This is what the Matrix wants from us, what they have led us toward. Now I want to be with myself, to be proud of myself, and to be satisfied with who I am. Do you honestly still lie in order to earn money? Do you play games to attract a partner? Do you wear a mask? Do you pretend to be someone you're not just to get people's attention? Where do you stand? These are the questions I'd like all of us to ask ourselves today and see if our answer comes to us like a flash of lightning. That spark that lights up in our minds helps me, and no one can help another person. As they say, you can force a camel to the sea, but you can't make it drink. But when it wants to drink, it has to do it itself. You can't force anyone. You have to nurture its spirit and give it awareness. Everyone reaches their own time, but we can all help shed light on each other's whys. Let's support and uplift one another. You help me, and I will help you, so that we can together illuminate this incredibly dark and uncertain path for one another. Hey, have you ever truly stopped to consider that life is actually a deeply intricate and skillful game played entirely within yourself, and has absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with the outside world? And this game with the outside is actually the result of your skill in playing with your own inner self. How satisfied and comfortable can I be with myself in this role so that I can project that energy and vibration outward? Has the time come for me to reach myself, to reach my soul? Isn't it time for me to harmonize this inner game within myself, to open it up completely, and to dance with the rhythm of the universe, with harmony, gentleness, and joy with my outer world? Isn't the reason I fall down every day simply because I don't even know how to dance? And then, after that, I usually start to complain quite a bit about the dance teacher. Or I might even say that the entire dance floor was completely wrong for us. A highly skilled dancer can gracefully dance on slippery ice, on a polished wooden dance floor, or even on the soft shifting sand. They dance in harmony everywhere because the skill is within themselves. Are you ready? Ready to learn the dance of life today? The places you've traveled to that haven't served you. Keep them within yourself as experiences and travel to places you've never been before. Travel doesn't necessarily have to be physical, like saying, I went to such and such a place or to another country. There are spiritual journeys too. You do it. Expand your awareness. It's all here. It's all within me. Have I underestimated myself? And today's the day I want even more than my birthday. If I haven't paid attention to myself, and my world has always been the outside world, my comparisons have always been with the outside world. From today, I want to make my inner child happy. I want to take care of myself. I want to give myself pleasure, give myself praise, not to others, and then what I truly wish for. When I have all of this within myself, then I can give it to others because my vibration doesn't lie. Words can lie, appearances can lie, gestures can lie, but my energy, my spirit, does not lie. What frequency is my energy on starting from today? I have decided to raise my energy. Wishing the very best for each and every one of you conscious souls. I hope to hear from you and your presence as you are completing your spiritual journey, awakening yourselves and awakening others. You are on the path of great awareness, on the path of building a golden world hand in hand. We are working together in cooperation. I kiss the kind hearts of all of you and entrust you to my great God.